Hi, I'm Charlie Whitkey, and I did my global climate change project on the current climate change in Lake Tahoe and how it's getting less and less snow each year and how the temperature is getting warmer. I know a lot about Lake Tahoe because I've been skiing there since I was 2 years old. Here's some pictures of me when I was really little at Boreal, and here's a picture of me with my dad and me at Boreal when I was like 3 or 4. Here's a picture of me when I was 9. I'm not exactly sure what ski resort that is. And here's a picture of me when I was 11 at Heavenly. My dad took this picture. And here's a picture I took of Heavenly about 7 years later in the same location with my iPhone. There isn't much of a difference between these two photos that you can really see, but I'm about to show you some pictures that do have some differences, some of them even disturbing. Here's a picture my dad took 5 years ago at South Lake Tahoe. You can see there's lots of snow on the beach. And here's a picture he took at the top of Heavenly about the same time. Now, it's going to morph into another picture that I took just a few weekends ago in the exact same location and at essentially the same day my dad took this picture. My God, what happened all this time? What happened to the snow that was at the base of the lake? Do you see? And there's not even half as much snow on the mountains in the background as there was in the first picture. Here's a picture I took 2 years ago at Kirkwood, which is a resort south of Lake Tahoe. And this is what it looks like exactly 2 years later. Oh my God, this is so depressing. At this rate, there will be hardly any snow left in a few years. This is Squaw Valley last year. All of that rock is supposed to be covered in snow. And all of this too. I remember when these mountains used to be completely snow-capped, but now they're not anymore. This is Sierra at Tahoe. Those mountains in the background are supposed to be completely white with snow. And this mountain right here is one of the highest peaks in Lake Tahoe. It goes without saying that this should be completely snow-capped too. A picture like this spells disaster. This is one of the many lifts in Lake Tahoe that wasn't able to open last year because there wasn't any snow at the loading and unloading stations. If this keeps happening, most of these chairlifts might not be opened again for a long time. This is a view of Squaw Valley from North Star at Tahoe. Now take a look at what the base looked like 2 years ago, and take a look at what it looks like the following year. The snow on the valley floor wasn't there again. But why? What the heck is going on here? Why is there little to no snow at the lower elevations? Well, for one thing, my dad told me recently that this happens in Lake Tahoe every now and then. That there were several other years when Tahoe got less snow than expected. And I trust him when he says this because he skied, or in this case snowboarded at Lake Tahoe for a very long time now. Ever since the 80s. Another cause, and one that seems the most likely, is the enormous drought we're facing here in the West. How we're getting less rain is probably causing how we're getting less snow. I found an article on San Jose Mercury News that talks about how climate change threatens Tahoe's snow levels and lake clarity. They say that last winter's ski season showed a glimpse of what a future warmer Tahoe may look like. Snow didn't start falling in the mountains until January. The California Ski Industry Association reported that 25% fewer skiers visited the Sierra last season. For a region that boasts a $5 billion year-round economy, that hurts. New climate models show that in a worst-case scenario, average temperatures in the Tahoe area could rise as much as 9 degrees Fahrenheit by the end of the century. That's equivalent to moving Lake Tahoe from its current elevation of 6,200 feet above sea level to 3,700 feet. That's as high as the peak of Contra Costa County's Mount Diablo, which gets only an inch of snow a year. So the cause of Tahoe getting less snow is not really identifiable. But if it is a drought, there are some things we can do to help it. And the most effective way is to conserve water. Keep your shower down to a minute or two. Turn off the sink when you're not using it. And thaw frozen food in the microwave instead of under running water. And if we do that, we may yet keep Tahoe white.